City News is brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.
Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News. Free parking in the CBD is a step closer. The Bay of Plenty Regional Council has voted Douglas Leader as its new chair. And QE Health General Manager Peter Sharplin is excited about local government focus on the spa industry in our city. Rotorua District Council has announced the start of their implementation of free parking in the CBD, commencing on December 2nd for an 18-month trial. The new parking program is called Park Rotorua. Mayor Steve Chadwick says the new parking initiative has been designed to provide better parking options for shoppers and to support the growth and revitalisation of our inner city. Park Rotorua involves the installation of innovative wireless in-ground sensors across approximately 1,500 inner city parking spaces. The sensors will monitor and provide data to help develop future council parking plans. Further information about Park Rotorua will be widely promoted to the public before the new system comes into effect on December 2nd. QE General Health Manager Peter Sharplin says he's excited about the future potential of Rotorua as a spa centre and thinks Mayor-elect Steve Chadwick is on the right path in promoting the potential of the industry. He says we are a unique location in the world and tapping into the geothermal assets of the city is a good idea.
I think it's a very exciting time for us. She's already set out that she sees the concept of Spa City as a central plank of what she wants to develop. And we're sitting on an entire lake of geothermal fluid. We're one of the few places in the world that has access to such water. And I think it's time we sort of stepped forward and made the most of it.
Have you had contact with Steve since she won the election?
We already knew quite a bit about it before the election. Steve has been a real supporter of Queen Elizabeth. You know, we've had our battles during the last few years, which we've come through. And now that we're starting to diversify, so we still offer the sort of world-class rehabilitation for arthritis and other, quite ill patients. But we're starting to really work in terms of delivering that same quality service out to the more general public. And the spa that we have here is the first step in doing that. At the moment, QE Health is really diverging into two separate businesses. There's our old hospital-based rehabilitation business, which we've effectively stopped the decline of, and we're looking to actually start rebuilding from here. The other side is the more commercial or private side, which is driven by the spa, the gym, and the physiotherapy. Collectively, we call it a medi-spa. So it's a spa which has all the luxury trappings and relaxation, stress relief trappings, but at the same time we have a very good medical background and medical services just sitting behind them.
Bay of Plenty Regional Council has voted Douglas Leader as its new chair. At the first council meeting in Whakatane, councillors also elected Jane Neese as deputy chair. Mr Leader said that he was pleased with the confidence placed in him by his fellow councillors. He says over the coming weeks he'll attend meetings with leaders from across the Bay of Plenty to ensure a collaborative approach to further the interests of the Bay of Plenty. At the meeting, the regional councillors also recognised the service and leadership of former Chair John Cronin, who served as chair for 4 consecutive terms. The local Filipino community spent their Labour weekend holiday celebrating their culture with the Pistang Filipino Festival at the Arts Village. Organiser Susanna So says the 2-day festival also included the Miss Filipino New Zealand beauty pageant. Also in attendance was the Philippine ambassador and the mobile consular service. Mrs So says the festival was a good place for the consular to visit, as Filipino from all over New Zealand were in Rotorua and able to sort out official business while joining in festivities. In sport tonight, league fans from across the nation were in town at the weekend for the annual Māori National Rugby League tournament. The Te Aroha team played in the Waka division this year, the second tier of the tournament. Unfortunately, the local team lost in the semi-finals to Ngāti Umatahi 14-6 in a hard-fought battle at Puketewhero Park. More than 3,000 spectators watched the game. 20 teams took part in the tournament, which was last won by Te Aroha in 2005. A feature game between the New Zealand Māori and the touring Murray Queensland Indigenous team was also held as part of the tournament. To your weather now, Rotorua. Tonight will be fine with light winds and an overnight low of 3. Tomorrow, Wednesday, cloud increasing with a late shower, freshening northwesterly, a high of 16 and a low of 8. And looking out to Thursday, showers with evening rain, fresh northwesterly eases, a high of 16 and a low of 10. And the marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Wednesday, westerly 10 knots easing to variable 5 knots for a time during the morning and then rising to 15 knots in the afternoon and then easing to northwest 10 knots in the evening. With waves less than half a metre, it'll be fine with increasing high cloud. Remember, for program listings and to upload your videos, check out our website tvrotorua.co.nz or head to our Facebook page. Still to come tonight on City News, we catch up with SPCA Manager Debbie Vandenbroek and we meet QE Health Gym Manager Aaron Randall and talk about developments at the gym as well as cover their sponsorship of the Under-23 men's rafting team taking part in the World Rafting Championship in November.
Well, we're down at the SPCA today, down on Old Taupo Road, and they've got some great news for you at home. And joining me today is Debbie Vandenbroek. Thanks for joining us, Debbie. Now, this is great news. Share with our audience what it's all about.
Okay, on Monday night in the Trust Power Volunteer Awards, we won the Heritage and Environment category, and we got a $500 cheque for all our work we've done with desexing in the community.
Wow, that's fantastic. So you obviously won that award for that category. Were you up against any other competition?
Wingspan and many other. Wingspan was the runner-up, and we don't know who else applied to enter.
So that's a nice little tick in the box for you guys down
It
here.
is.
So
We've been trying for years, and it's the first time we've ever won, so it was good.
Yeah, good testament to your hard work.
Yes.
Now, the other good news you got down here, Debbie, is on the 10th of November is Dog's Day Out. So that's always a big day on the calendar.
Big day. It's organised by Vet Plus, our veterinary partner, and they put on this wonderful day. All proceeds come to us. It's $5 to enter your dog. Registrations are from 9:30 in the morning, and the walk starts at 10:30 a.m. And where's
it been held this year?
It's held at Scion Grounds, which is in Sala Street, and there'll be food to buy, sausage sizzles, all sorts of dog things on. You can dress your dog, the dog that looks most like their owner. And it's a really
that'll be an interesting one.
It is really good. The biggest bark, and there'll be dog agility displays and things like that. So it's a really, really good day. About 300 to 500 dogs come, and there's never any fights.
And the money raised from that goes towards the SPCA.
Straight to SPCA, and it'll go to our dog desexing.
Now, the other good news is that your desexing program that's been going for a couple of years now, that's been quite successful. Give us an update on that. Okay,
our cat desexing, which we do with Vet Plus, has just turned over 1,000 cats desexed, and our dog desexing, which started a year ago, we've just done about 160 dogs to date. So we're just about to do a mail drop to try and get more dogs through the door and stop these puppies coming through and inundating us.
Cool. Now, is somebody going to be at home who's not too sure about what this desexing program is all about? Because you're in partnership with 3 other organisations.
Yes, we're in partnership with Rotorua District Council, Vet Plus, and also Central City Vets and the Vet Club.
And how does it work, Debbie?
What happens is if you've got a community services card, you come and see us. We'll do a dog neutering, that's a boy dog, for $75 and a female spay for $95.
So that's quite cheap compared to it's usually about $300, isn't it?
It goes on the weight of your dog, so it can be up to $330 for a female big Rottweiler pit bull dog.
Now the idea behind that is to get the kitten and the puppy population down to stop all the strays. Is that how it works?
That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how it works. And so it's co-sponsored, a third by us, a third by one of our sponsors, and a third by the client.
Yeah, so you'll be a mug not to get into that if you don't have a dog that needs desexed.
It's a lot of money for people to come up with, and you don't want to give your free puppies to equally people who can't afford to have them desexed. and our numbers coming in have probably halved in the 2 years we've been doing this scheme, so it's fantastic.
Now, I know you guys do a great job down here, and sometimes there's an animal that comes in that doesn't have a good story with it. Now, you've got one today, haven't you?
Yes, we've got one today. It's Amber, and she had hot water accidentally spilt on her, but unfortunately her owner didn't come and see a vet, and the burns have now got infected under her collar. So she's with us now, and she's been taken off her owners, and she's waiting vet care. We're just looking for donations to get that job done.
Cool. Now, when we first turned up and I approached Amber, she was a little bit hesitant, a little bit scared.
Yes.
Is that because of what she's been through, or do you think that's just her nature?
Possibly. It's a stressful situation coming into this place with all these unusual dogs hanging around and barking, and strange people like you living in the cage.
Now, once she's all healed up, is she going to go back to her owners, or are you going to foster her out?
No, she'll be rehomed to a new home.
Yeah. So do you see things like that very often, Debbie?
No.
No, really?
Yes
So
and no.
that's good.
It's not. It's occasional. It's not every day.
Yeah. Now, Debbie and I are friends on Facebook, and every now and then I send you or post on Facebook a story or sad story about cats and dogs that are, being mistreated all around the world.
Yes.
And it is very sad to see, but people need to know what's going on so they can do something about it. So, is that the sort of the SPCA attitude as well?
It is. It's good to know what's going on, but sometimes it's very hard to deal with it every day. It's quite stressful and
because they're
draining.
considered family, aren't they?
They are considered family, and it's hard for us in New Zealand to realise what people can and are capable of.
Yeah. Now, how many kittens have you got in store now?
None.
And you got none. Well, that's great.
None. We have a waiting list for kittens, so come and put your name down if you want a kitten, because
Well, that's good news.
as soon as they come in, they'll be snapped up fast.
Yeah. Now, you've also got 2 sets of puppies down here. Are they looking for homes?
They're looking for homes, but they're too little yet, so they're going to go off to foster care until they're big, healthy and de-sexed.
Good stuff. Right, Debbie, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan.
Kia ora, welcome back to City News. Well, I'm down at QE Health. You'll drive past it on the way to the park, the volcanic playground down at the lakefront. It's got a beautiful facility in here, possibly one of Rotorua's best kept secrets. There's a gym here that has grown exponentially over the last couple of years, and I'm joined by the operations manager at QE Health and the gym manager, Dr. Aaron Randall. Hi, thank you for joining us today. Tell me about the growth here. What's been behind it?
What's been behind it? So I guess the first part was people probably didn't really know too much about the gym and thought it was just solely a rehab gym. So we've really, whilst trying to build on that, also try to get a public profile out about it. That coupled with the renovations that we've had done is, when I first started we had a smaller room across the other side and membership was about 32 members. So as we've grown the profile, as we've done the renovations, we're now up to 320, so it's really taken off.
And I see that there are people from many different age groups here. Have you tried hard to get away from the kind of restorative exercise to more of the regenerative?
Yeah, our focus was, I guess, trying to keep the atmosphere, so taking away from thinking you had to be sick or injured to come in here, so that was the first focus. But the other, I guess, priority was keeping that relaxed atmosphere, that non-threatening atmosphere. So a lot of first-timers who hadn't been in the gym before, or people who didn't like exercising with, I guess, a younger crowd with lots of heavy weights and making lots of noise. So without specifically targeting that group, that's where we've found our market's grown from. And yeah, it sort of fits in well with the rest of the feeling of the hospital.
And you don't just have a gym, do you? You actually utilise many of the facilities here at Queen Elizabeth. Tell me about some of those.
Yeah, that's right. So it's not just the gym, it's more a health spa, mini spa complex. We still keep the rehabilitation focus. We do have the physiotherapists on site. But yeah, the big growth has come with joining up with the spa. So the use of the Rachel pools, the massage, all the other treatments that they provide as well. So it's tying it into sort of, I guess, one stop.
And tell me about any advertising that you do outside of Rotorua. Are you finding there are many people coming to know Queen Elizabeth Health for other things?
Yeah, Mandy, who's the marketing manager, has done quite a lot of work there. We're using Grab One and other different sites. A lot of the advertising, or a lot of our sort of membership came from word of mouth, so people who had been here as patients or their family members. But we are trying to push that, I guess, the Rotorua Health Spa, the Spa City, people coming in, so we're looking at the health tourists to come in and spend the weekend, whether they spend the weekend mountain biking, playing golf, and then coming in and use the facility later on that evening.
Yes, absolutely. Will you be talking to Steve Chadwick about that? Because she is wanting to create the Spa of the Pacific. Do you think that you could have some synergy there with her?
I've already talked to Steve before the election, and I've sent her an email since, so that's a big part of what her drive is too, and we're really keen to get involved and work with her and really get Rotorua known again for being a spa city.
And what was her response?
Very positive, so I'm still waiting for her to come down and join up as a member, as she said she would. So she's been really supportive and really positive, looking forward to working with her.
Great. So just finally, can you tell me about all of the specific services that you offer? You've got trainers, you've got all of the gym equipment, the pools, anything else?
Yeah, so with all the memberships, you get an assessment with either myself or Christine, and so we sit down and talk to you and actually find out where you've been, what you want to do, what your goals are, and write a program for you. There's also the personal training sessions available as well. With the spa, there's the rotor pools, there's a whole list of massages and beauty treatments, so there's lots of opportunities there. We also have the physiotherapists on site too, with no surcharge for ACC. So you can, if you're injured, come and see them, and also as part of the rehab, use the facility. So it is really, the whole health spa concept that we're trying to promote.
And if people would like to come and be part of this experience, where can they find you?
Well, they can come down any time, so we're open from 6 till 8:30 during the weekdays, so they can come down and just have a free chat with either myself or Christine, have a look around, and then we can book in from there. Otherwise, we do have our websites, or they can ring and make an appointment if they like.
Great, thank you very much. Just finally, you're going to be sponsoring the Under-23 national rowing team. Tell me about that.
Okay, so with those guys, we're offering them free use of the rotor pools and also the use of the facility to do their training. That's just in preparation for the world champs that are coming up. We're also working with some of the older guys too, the open men's team. And we're just trying to, I guess, promote some of the athletes in town that maybe don't get the recognition or the services that they need, and just help them to succeed and grow the name of Rotorua.
Wonderful, thank you very much for your time. Kia ora, welcome back. Well, we're here in one of the beautiful pools at QE Health, and these people have made a very special team very happy. The Under-23 national men's team has been looking for sponsorship. Last week you may have seen us covering them on City News. Well, good news, we're here at the spa and they've chosen to sponsor you. This is Sam Harrison, the captain. Hi, Sam.
Hi, how are you?
So you must be feeling pretty good.
We are over the moon, since we've had you done that doc on us at the start of the last week. These guys have stepped forwards and offered to give us a hand along with training, with the gym they have here, with the pool, just to do some relaxation, and we can't ask for more really. And also it's great for us to have someone behind us that we know is going to back us 100%. So yeah. We've
had a little bit of a look around, and the facilities are wonderful, aren't they?
Yeah, they're spectacular. To be honest, this is the second time I've been here actually, and got to know the place a little bit, and should have come here earlier maybe. But yeah, it's just a great facility that can accommodate for all of us here as well. Heaps of room.
So what are the facilities that you're able to use?
So the first facility is the gym, which you guys were just in. It's got the widespread, a lot of machines that we can do a range of different exercises for rafting. And then we have the pool here for relaxation. We also have the training pool as well, which is available to us, which is just really important. The relaxation part is quite important as we are training quite hard at the moment.
That's what they all say, I bet.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds good if I say it. So.
And so how many people are going to be using this facility?
Well, at the moment, it's we're using the facility along with the Masters New Zealand rafting team. So at the moment, it's around about 14 people will be coming and going and using the facility, hopefully day in, day out, until the Worlds.
So how did it all happen? Did they give you a call or did you approach them? What's the story?
Yes, they gave us a call. We actually approached them first for some donation possible of a fundraiser, which they obliged and gave us some vouchers. And they also contacted Amy, our team manager, with regards to having TV Rotorua come down and film, do a bit of a documentary as a bit of a promotional work for QE Spa while we came here and just did our thing, really.
Well, we're so glad that we're able to help you out. That's what we want to know that we're doing in the community. How is this going to affect your performance, do you think? You're going to maybe win?
Yes, I'd like to say we are maybe turn that maybe into a definitely. I think that with getting our name out there, it gives us a bit more morale as well. Just to know that people know about us as well, and the sport itself, which is the main idea really for this first year, is to really get our youth and community involved. There's options out there for next year as well, for the next event, for people to step up and get amongst the sport.
And so any last message that you'd like to send to the people of Rotorua, anybody else that might like to sponsor you? You're still in need of money?
Yes, we are still in need of money. We've managed to fundraise nearly 3/4 of the amount that we were looking for, which has been excellent. We've done car washes and sausage sizzles, and we're doing a bit of odd housework for family members. But I'd like to say out there that the opportunity is still there. It's going to be 74 teams from all over the world are going to be here. A lot of TV crews, Sky Sports, hopefully TV3 will be down, hopefully TV Rotorua will be following us as well. And I'd also like to say to the youth and community out there that please do get in contact with us. We'd like to give you guys the opportunity to come out, experience a bit of whitewater rafting, and also to any other the age groups in our community to get out there and have a fun time in the water and just come and experience what we get up to day in, day out. We'd love it to have more people there.
Okay, now when is this going to be?
So the Worlds officially start on the 13th of November. We have 2 training days, and then the actual racing starts on the 15th of November. Now the racing is going to be down in Kawerau on the Rotorua River, starting pretty much all day for 3 days. And then 2 days rest, and then it goes on to the senior racing, which will start on the 20th then as well.
Exciting times. How are viewers, if spectators would like to get out there, is there transport organised?
At the moment, I can't say for sure what's happening with transport. Hitchhiking.
Ride a bike.
You know, if you need a ride, if you're desperate to get out there and you can't get us a ride, find our contact details, we can sort it out some way.
Wonderful.
As long as we've got some fans, so for sure.
Great, well thank you very much, Sam. Good luck, and hopefully we'll see you again. Hopefully someone else will see us on City News and help you out.
Thank you very much.
That was Kitty Danielle talking with Sam Harrison. If your organisation or community group has a news event that TV Rotorua can support, you can call our office and talk with one of the team on 07 3488 984 or email news@tvrotorua.co.nz. And don't forget, if you've missed anything in tonight's show, you can watch it again online on our website tvrotorua.co.nz. Thanks for watching tonight. From all the team here at City News, Paul Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
City News was brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.